Welcome to one of the loudest arenas in college basketball. Bud Walton Arena in Fayetteville, Kentucky and Arkansas in a crucial battle coming up in just a moment.
State Farm presents the rules of the game.
Today's topic, traveling. The rules concerning traveling can be complicated in certain situations, but one rule that is easy to understand is what a player is allowed to do with his feet before starting a dribble.
My husband and I both work, but when there's a problem with the kids around the home, I'm usually the one to deal with it. But it's not just me they depend on. It's my income, too. If anything ever happened to me, State Farm can help make sure their future is secure.
If you want to talk life insurance with somebody who knows what they're talking about and knows how to listen, talk to a State Farm agent.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Before starting a dribble, a player must release the ball toward the floor before moving his pivot foot, otherwise traveling.
Rules of the Game has been sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Everyone has a right to be heard, and this man has a lot to say.
You don't have a problem with him, like, stealing shoes out of locker rooms?
Nah, that's petty stuff. No felonious assaults, no big deal. Let the man speak. Yeah, he deserves a right. I mean, this is America. This is the land of the free, home of the brave. Let the man talk.
Everybody limbo! Tonight's winner limbo's home with Bud Light.
Oh, really? Lower.
Oh, my.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Not low enough.
Next up, the 1995 Air Show's precision jet with a double barrel.
And I thought their pizza was something.
They're spectacular in hot, mild, and out barbecue sauce. Call for any pizza and get a full order of our new chicken wings for $3.99. Gotta be Domino's Buffalo Wings.
How much do you pay for a minute of long distance?
75 cents? 79 cents?
80 cents a minute.
I don't really know. Well, now Sprint introduces a whole new way to save on long distance. Every evening and all weekend long, a minute is just 10 cents. It's that simple.
For 10 cents, huh?
Piece of candy. Cheaper than sending a postcard.
10 cents a minute. I wonder why no one ever thought of that before.
Call now for 10 cents a minute and get up to 100 minutes free.
Many know the University of Kentucky only by its sports teams, but we have much more on the ball. A first-class research university, we're also ranked nationally for pharmacy, medicine, and business. And our students go on to become famous astronauts,
We have a liftoff.
distinguished Nobel Prize winners, best-selling authors, and even actresses. Sports are only a part of the University of Kentucky. Get to know it all.
Katharine Hepburn and Ryan O'Neal in a movie for all seasons that will touch your heart.
You got spunk, babe.
I am not your babe.
The Man Upstairs tonight.
The last Monday of the month means a whole night of firsts, like the very first nanny.
I hate her. I haven't even sung Climb Every Mountain yet.
The birth of Dave's first son.
That hurts. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Murphy and Peter's first romantic getaway. And it's laugh at first bite on Civil. First, last, and always funny. Monday.
Jim Nance and Billy Packer welcome you to Walton Arena on campus at Arkansas. Flaherty, Lopes, and Day, the officials, and Arkansas will control to start with a three. Perfect.
Good rotation of the ball by Kentucky. It's tough to trap him. He throws over the track.
Stewart.
Never for him.
There's an overall loss, too. Shepard can't find it this time. Thurman pushes it
Good
ahead.
outlet.
2-on-1. McDaniel over to Corliss, who lays it in.
Great outlet pass by Scotty Thurman.
There's McCarty firing a three.
Solid screen by Riddick. With the exception of Riddick will go for screen.
And hacked underneath by Tony Delp.
McDaniel, very good shots and obviously a tremendous defender.
Only Shandu O'Neill of St. Bonaventure.
In the college level.
Tony Delp thought about it, steps in, gives it up, throws it away.
Probably should have taken the shot, Jim.
Stewart open.
A little bit too close for him.
Corliss fights for it, and reaching in, Shepard forced the steal. Foul against McDaniel. That'll be 2 on him his career.
Well, he's averaging almost 4 a game.
There he is on the post, has it taken away. That will give McDaniel credit with a steal and a foul called against Kentucky.
I think a team that previously been known for
been able to fire the 3 this year, unlike the previous years. And good defensive effort against Corliss.
That one, Jim.
McCarty comes back with a 3, his second of the game. Kentucky. And steal by Shepard, but right back comes back. Open man McDaniel. 3-pointer, Arkansas by 1.
Extend out. You know, they're quick and they can extend out to make that shot difficult to make.
Underneath Delp, and he'll shoot a couple. They call it against Stewart. Billy break down the top 25 by conference. You see ACC with 5, along with the Pac-10.
Now the thing that jumps out at you is what? Kansas.
Delp, 1 of 2. Georgia both failed to even make a 3 in 20-something attempts.
Exactly, and on the year they're holding opponents to 23.6%. It's incredible.
Foul on McCarty.
You know, Shepard, terrific leaper. McCarty, height leaper, long arms. Riddick, Rhodes, they all can get out there and play a man on that perimeter.
In a game last year against Arkansas, pulled down 20 rebounds. 83 for sure. Delp gave it up inside. Riddick +1.
Sensational pass by Delp. Pumps it right here. See, Corliss Williamson gets froze by the fact that he thinks the shot is going up from 3, allows the pass to go inside. Just a great play by Delp.
And now always an adventure at the free throw line. Riddick missing.
And that's probably a penny for that style.
Shepard hook on the steal. Oh, man, did he. Oh, they call a technical on him. Looks like there might have been an Arkansas player underneath.
Best athlete on this Kentucky team. You knew he was going all the way to jam here. I'll tell you what, I'm not so sure I wouldn't have allowed him to hang on that rim, Jim. He knew that a man was underneath him, and in this particular case, I think the official, and there was contact, the official made a mistake. That was not a hot dog hang on.
He had behind. So Thurman will shoot the technical.
One more be undercut there. See, there was a body. He got actually
right there
hit.
underneath him.
Sure, and the man's under board some.
Here's Anthony Epps, the sophomore guard from Lebanon, Kentucky. Stolen away, actually blocked by Stewart. Now he's on a break. And they call him for a double dribble.
Boy, that was too bad. Stewart made a tremendous effort around. I have not noticed in any of their games a lack of effort.
Pulling down rebounds. Thurman, three-pointer. Yes, sure.
Good smart play by Scotty Thurman.
Stolen away. Delp has really slowed his progress. Delp 3.
There's the difference.
Robinson, turnaround.
Just not there. Walker's a passer.
Delp again. Boy, with that unusual rotation also. Yep. He's some kind of shooter.
Well, every time out, Kentucky changes their defense. Now back to their man-to-man. A little pick and roll for Robinson. Don't take advantage.
Beck banks it home to stop that 8-point run in a battle here in the SEC. But comparing the conferences in play out of conference, the ACC tops. And the Big Ten way down there, Billy. You were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, and I think it jumps out at you this year. That conference is down in terms of where they have been in recent years. And that back line, Walker, Pope, and Pritchett, still big, even though it's not started.
There he is, Billy. Alex Dillard, who came in during the timeout.
I was waiting for him to come in against the zone.
That was last year against Delaware State. Walker banks it home.
That wasn't called, Jim.
If we were right here, we would have heard it, right?
Exactly. That wasn't even close to being what he wanted to do.
Robinson beat him on the transition. Delp underneath, and Walker was so open enough where he just took his eye off the ball.
He really did.
Riddick, almost stolen. Double teamed and a reach-in on Dillard.
That big team healthy, I don't think they'll have that same intimidating factor.
Delk now with 11.
Anticipate the full court pressure, and that's why he was there. And you want him down under the basket.
Now it's Dillard slips, and Shepard will dunk again. No hanging on the rim this time.
Nope. Incredible vertical leap.
Good pass, Robinson finding a slashing McDaniel. So the big man with the assist that time.
Suddenly they don't have snow. The only way to stop the guy is not have snow.
You're really showing me something
I'm
today,
into that. I'm into Tomba.
Robinson put back. Took it right over the top of Prickett.
And there is the big team out there now. Delka.
Rose. Put up a nice move, but too strong with the flip. Scotty Thurman, what a pass. That'll send Williamson to the line.
One of the tenants, though, was not there. The little nasty snake, I read the story about leaving it out in the sun, and it died.
No more snakes this year. Arkansas now down by 4, coming back. Corliss wanting to drive on Prickett. Prickett bumped him with the body.
Now there's the people that wonder about him in the next level because they see him in the low post all the time here at Arkansas and say, well, I don't know if he could put it on the floor. That's a pretty good example that he can. Get outside and shoot the three and drive by people and create shots. I mean, he was a low post player there.
Walker calls for it back, lost control of it as Wilson had a hand on the ball as he went up for the shot.
Put that big team in there.
Now it's Dillard, blocked by Walker. Back to Walker.
He's got to catch it and throw it out right away.
Delk. Man, is he hot today. 14 for Delk.
Had 2 big games last year against Arkansas.
Thurman can't counter. But Lee Wilson's there. Oh, missed the chippy. Delk again. Why not? That's
beautiful. Again on the dribble. That touchdown.
No foul call. Dillard banks it home.
Beautiful double pump.
Under 4 minutes to go in the half. And Epps this time finds it from 3.
Just buries you when they hit so many of those.
Foul called against Delk. Kentucky has already made 9 of 13 from three-point land.
Season record attempts and made. So Rick Pitino has instituted the three-point system and carried it out very well.
1-1 for Corey Beck. Teammate. Wow, right off the bench. Harrison missing a 3.
And then he commits a foul. So there's the substitution that Rick Pitino's got a question. In Lexington, Jim, a beautiful arena, rough arena, but you know, coming into this arena today, which is my first time, I don't know if I've seen a better on-campus facility than this one.
This is game, if you remember.
I thought you were saying at UCLA it wasn't accurate, but they did return everybody that year.
Foul on Garrett on the floor, taking the legs away from Shepard.
Football.
Signing day comes up on Wednesday across the nation, college football. The Razorbacks their first loss in Walton Arena, and Stewart with his second 3 of the afternoon.
Over the top of Pope. As he did Pope.
Walker on the blocks. Traveling call.
One of the pass inside to Robinson.
Another 3. Good again. Scotty Thurman.
Stewart's having really a fine game today. Not only hitting the 3, but his decision-making has been excellent. Great.
Edwards 3.
Not like to give away those breakaway baskets.
Stewart left-handed. They'll call it against Stewart.
Roderick inside.
A hold on Thurman.
Well, he had Scotty Thurman pinned inside. Probably a pretty good
to reach 1,000 earlier this week. Tony Delk moving in on that. Within the next couple of games, he'll have 1,000 also in his career. Williamson.
Oh,
we saw that so often last year in the tournament.
How about those hands, Jim?
Beck boxing out underneath. Gets Pope to commit the foul over the back.
Period of defense, and there is. We missed the actual catch, which was sensational right before that, but then Williamson shows how he can go on inside.
And 9 points. He blew it at the line. He made only 1 out of 4. He'd have become only the second player in Razorback history, joining Alvin Robertson with 1 more point with a triple-double.
Alvin was such a great defender, you figure he had 10 steals.
Ooh, and Pope hits the floor hard. Foul against the Razorbacks.
Kentucky in his first semester this year had a 4-0.
That's rough.
Yeah. What can you do from there?
47-46, Kentucky.
Yesterday we saw Jock Vaughn and Jared Hott.
Oh, Thurman dribbled it right out of bounds.
So the backcourt combination there. Vaughn, for the first time in his life, had a teammate with a higher GPA than he. Go out and charge. Too late.
Shepard.
Excellent defense by Garrett.
Feature on John Amici. Heart of the line coming up. See if they get a good shot here. Oh, Harrison almost stole it. Garrett inside the midcourt. Ryan! You can see it all the way.
Terrific job by Garrett. And I'm going to give Corliss Williamson a lot of credit because he realized if he'd have passed the ball to Corey Beck, it was too long a shot, so he threw it up to half court. Terrific follow-through. Look at that follow-through on the shot, Jim. Oh, boy.
And just keep on walking, Reggie, right to the locker room as he gives the Razorbacks the lead with that shot, that three-pointer. The end of the first half, the score, Arkansas 49, Kentucky 47. Andre Joyce will be along after this message and a word from your local station.
You always had dreams, big dreams, 18-room castle in the sand dreams. Hey, you were going to pitch Game 7 of the big series, remember? You were going to frug with the Go-Go Girls on Hullabaloo. Yeah. You were going to learn bar chords and jam with Blue Oyster Cult. Dreams. Dreams are what drive us. But sometimes life is good. You get to drive your dream.
At BASF, we don't make the mattress, we make it softer. We don't make the boots, we make them drier. We don't make the house, we make it livelier. We don't make the snowboard, we make it stronger. At BASF, we don't make a lot of the products you buy. We make a lot of the products you buy better. BASF.
You are now free to operate all electronic devices.
What a hard-working bunch. And you're working harder than most. I've seen bigger screens on a calculator. Now, this is a nifty screen, but objects may shift during flight. And you're working too hard because, frankly, your hands are just designed wrong. Ooh, an IBM ThinkPad. See, now this is what it's like to fly first class.
I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, I took the high endurance challenge from Old Spice. Because I didn't really think it could work better than my old deodorant. But it does. It evaporates less quickly, it also lasts longer, protects better. Try it. If you don't think it's the best, call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a stick of yours. So if you still think every deodorant works the same, take the high endurance challenge from Old Spice. Because now you got proof. Guaranteed.
Life is a series of roadways, and if you want to get anywhere, you've got to get off that bench and play, move into that merging lane. So you check your mirror, but an 18-wheeler with 30 tons of persuasion is saying, "Oh no, sister, you're not coming in here." Should you go? Stay? You point your big toe to the floor. You go. 275 horses and a 32-valve V8. Respond, "I am engine, hear me roar."
Deserves a talk, all right? And I hope to meet him in this uniform here at the Super Bowl.
And remember,
the finals. Ma'am?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
You're the defending ladies pool champion?
Yes, I am.
They are the biggest names in their field. But at Pebble Beach, they're a long shot. Next weekend on CBS.
I'm Andrea Joyce in New York. Coming up on Pennzoil at the half, we'll update you on the latest scores and highlights, including St. John's thrilling victory over Michigan. And you'll meet John Amaechi, a Big Ten star who is an even bigger hero off the court. But right now, let's go back to courtside.
An electrifying finish to the first half, and Arkansas leads 49-47. Billy, the shot chart from the first half?
Well, Jim, obviously Kentucky's playing, so you're going to see a lot going on out there. They're doing extremely well. 9 for 16 in the Pitino era. They've taken 25.6 shots from the three-point range. Now, that one a little bit beyond the three, but Jim, as you said, we had the perfect angle, and without question, that was on the money from the time it left the hand. Did it saw was 7 for 12, which is really a good move on their part for the simple reason Kentucky's been doing so well stopping people from the three-point range. Guy of 6'6" size going out on Stewart.
Stewart bouncing it to Corliss and one.
Altered the shot in the air.
Good. The second on Shepard. Williamson three-point play.
Well, he's having the same kind of year he had a year ago.
Except there are probably a couple more bodies on him this season.
Exactly. And that again, I think, is going to change. How about Delk trying to post up inside?
Rose.
Big shot here.
Got it. That's a 2. He was in a little bit of a CBS slump before that one. I'll explain in a minute. Here's Thurman. He'll shoot the 3. Yes. And Williamson takes it away. Corliss puts it on the floor. Look out. We'll call the Hogs now with the Razorbacks up 6.
Off of activity because of that wrist injury over the summer and getting up to 285.
Rhodes was 0 for 9 from the floor against Marquette before he knocked down his first shot of this second half in his last 3 games. You know, against Arkansas.
I mentioned Jock Vaughn yesterday who had the sensational game for Kansas, and it didn't give you bad luck in Indiana. You guys didn't play badly.
Drive this time, and that's a charge.
Willis Williamson runs the floor so well. He almost caught that one up and in.
No basket. Foul against Riddick. His second.
I realize that's not going to count, but that was as good a play as a guy can make. Watch this catch in traffic. 2 guys on him. Said he's got the best hands in college basketball. Off the head. Then reverse. Look at that concentration. There with him.
Kentucky with the steal. Delk on the break. Robinson giving chase.
Call it intentional. Now there was the case. So from a standpoint of the score, Jim, he'd have been better off trying to block the shot. You can see him come right here. No question, his intention was to hold him and make sure he didn't. Roderick coming up short. Shot selection again by Roderick. When you're not having a big day, don't take those.
That cross court, and it slipped away. Bud Walton Arena on campus in Fayetteville, Arkansas. A matchup that Billy Packer says could be your national championship game, April 3rd. Rhodes with the 2.
There's the difference, Jim. Roderick, when he's not having the big day, should slash and get inside till he's taking the 20-foot jump shot.
Williamson flips it to Robertson. What an assist.
You got a double team to stop the man.
59-55 Razorbacks. Rhodes, 3. Starting to warm up now.
Make the other shot. Here is the double team. Down in low. Corliss sees it. Robinson breaks to the basket, realizing he's not guarded. Nice play. To be a next-door neighbor of mine, Jim, and
John Clark.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, I guess he just felt comfortable coming over here. I realize that's not the way they're supposed to do it. No, I was just one of those just throwing. But did you get the drift of giving the referees gold-plated whistles? What would you do with a gold-plated whistle? Doing your trophy kick. Oh, I see. Williamson. Well, it turned out
And Rick Pitino's looking over here at us and wanting to know how did they come to that decision to give Arkansas the ball?
He's a little bit.
Robinson smartly bounces it off of Riddick.
Robinson throws it right back down at the leg.
And underneath Williamson one more time, plus a foul.
He's a little creative with that hairdo. You know, he has more little styles that he puts on that thing. Freeze now.
Rickett. Great hustle underneath on both sides, and it's off of Kentucky. They came back from Hawaii, had only 12 points in the last 7 games. But look at him here, scoring again. Darnell Robinson, the sophomore center from California, with 8 today. So he's three-pointer. Cuts it in half.
Second big three of the day for Epps.
Delp slashing, gets it to Riddick. Rejected by Williamson, and a save. They say Kentucky ball.
Arkansas, shouldn't it? They've got the arrow.
Timeout on the floor, 66-63 Razorbacks. So they said Williamson was forced out on that last whistle. Williamson on the floor trying to save it, but only McCarty there. Shepard to Thomas. Gets the soft bounce.
Nice roll, huh, Jim?
Garrett. He likes some more from the midcourt range. Riddick for the lead. Tips it once, twice, and over the back.
Running from the forward spot, so he doesn't have quite all that traffic.
In the paint again, and one. Riddick's third. Well, they said, you know, it was more fun last year. Now it's been more like a job this season. 15-4 on the year, and everybody wants to know what's wrong with the Razorbacks.
He's the number 2 scorer in the league behind Henderson. They have it extended.
McCarty in the paint. Having a good shooting game. He's 5 of 6 from the floor.
Great wingspan.
Garrett, nice slash to the basket to set up the 2. Back open 3.
Sometimes the hardest ones to make because you're not in emotion.
Williamson, 24 on the game.
Walton Arena, right on the inbound pass. Polk picks it up. And Williamson with another rebound.
How about that pass?
Garrett to the hole. And one.
Right on the money, in full stride.
And Shepard is hit with his 4th. So Reggie Garrett, who hit that dramatic 3 to end the first half. 3-point play here. Gives Arkansas an 8-point lead.
Particularly in the Massachusetts game as an example. Today it's showing their aggressiveness. They are getting on the line.
Beck reached in. That's his 3rd.
Team, so I think that's somewhat of an overblown analyzation of why they have not dominated everybody they play. Yeah. But they stay zoned.
Epps gives it up, Delp. Epps set it up for him. And a steal by Kentucky. So another 3 could tie it.
Jim, with a 3-point lead, you don't take a chance on a play like that. It's too short.
Foul outside, no basket.
A lot of clubs around the United States that they played, and they have played a very difficult schedule up to this point. And with the SEC being balanced as it is, they'll continue that way. When an edge is taken off somebody, as Massachusetts did to them that first day, other clubs say, you know, we can do it. Now, if you start building up a point where there's an aura about you don't want them in your bracket come March. Delp, point. I'll tell you, not an easy team to put away with that.
Bumped with the body outside by Riddick. Chance to be in the running for the National Player of the Year. The other was Sidney Moncrief back in 1979. It was Moncrief, Magic, and Larry Bird in the running for National Player of the Year in '79. What was the order in the voting, you think? 1, 2, 3.
I think Bird, Magic, Moncrief.
It was Bird, Moncrief, Magic.
Was it really?
The game, there's a traveling call at the end of that game.
I don't remember the traveling call, but I remember the tip shot on into the basket by Indiana State to win it.
Arkansas was setting up for a game-winning shot, and they traveled. In fact, I believe it was Moncrief, right?
A lot of different looks.
Rose, three. Delk, look at him get that rebound. And it's off of Arkansas. Delk down 2 with under 7 minutes remaining.
There's the man they want.
Delk. That's a 2 to tie it.
Excellent penetration by Epps. Delk. The name that jumps out with me is the guy that just threw that inbounds pass, Corey Beck. He's got 4. And if you're Arkansas, you better have him on the floor for the last 3 minutes of this game.
Looking for the lead. And Epps lost control of it. Williamson with Pope on him. Stewart fires the three.
Delk trying to hide down on the baseline.
McCarty. Beck will challenge Epps. Last touch by Kentucky. Ryan will be there with that call. Williamson gets the soft roll.
He's showing it all today. Kentucky's first entry pass.
Stolen away by Thurman. Ahead to Beck. McCarty found it and one.
The heart and soul, Jim, of this ball club.
Steal by Thurman, set it up at the other end.
Beck with that great upper body strength, he just wouldn't allow McCarty to get to him. McCarty, a good shot blocker. This Beck just too strong on the play.
He's glad to have him in on that one, though. Yep. Three-point play gives Arkansas the 3-point lead.
Jumper, there he is.
Gives it up to Pope. Surrounded by Razorbacks. Tips it up, but a foul first.
Leaps in the world, he may be right.
They also asked Pope to fill in the blank. My goal in life is to what? And he had the most fascinating answer I've heard. Thurman three.
Really into it here.
There's Pope again. My goal in life, to define, discover, and deliver truth. He'll find it. Robinson hacked. Oh, no, they say travel first.
Penetration and then get hit.
Shepard, leaping leaner, ties it. 88.
Jim, do you realize McCarty and Shepard's leaners, that's 3 of those now, didn't have one guy underneath the rebound, and they all the shots went in. Missed the hair.
Rose. Williamson.
Ball slipped out of his hand. Just as he was ready to make the throw, his arm was hit a little bit.
Set up for the open three. Rebound snagged by Thurman. Thurman drives, but hacked outside by Rhodes. He'll shoot a couple. Gives him the lead with that first free throw. Now to go 2 up. 90-88 Arkansas, 1:43 to go. Jumper ties it at 90. 1 minute to play. Williamson doubled up.
Somebody's open.
McDaniel on the baseline will shoot 2.
That's another real good judgment by Williamson. Realized he was being double teamed, looked for the open man and hit him. Looks like it.
Arkansas in front by 1. 91-90. Around. Rose, tough shot. McCarty follows up for the lead. 92-91 Kentucky. Down 1. Thurman, 2-pointer. Kentucky will play it out. Shepard looked to the bench. He'll drive, and it's taken away by Arkansas.
The #1 man in steals in the SEC, #2 in the nation, picked it off.
You told me, Billy, the only weakness you see on this Kentucky team this year is point guard savvy come tournament time. Seemed to be a little confusion here as Shepard was operating under 10 seconds. Here's the one that put Arkansas ahead.
Now, is this the second biggest shot? Rick Pitino on the sidelines talking to Shepard on the tournament and certainly the NCAA as well.
Length to the court. Arkansas has defeated Kentucky. We see Scotty Thurman hit another game winner. The Chevrolet players of the game are Tony Delk from Kentucky, a career-high 31. Corliss Williamson, 2 off a career-high, had 28 for Arkansas. A check in the amount of $1,000 will be donated to each college's general scholarship fund. So for Billy Packer and Andrea Joyce, I'm Jim Nance saying so long from Bud Walton Arena, where the final score is Arkansas 94, Kentucky 92. They've struggled lately, but don't rule out the Razorbacks. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports, home of the NCAA Basketball Championship.